Praise be to Jesus. Hi again, everyone. This is, number 9 or 10 for today, but whatever. So here I am, like, reading this article, and it's just like, I'm so tired of this. Well, let's read it to you. It's not very long. Pope Francis said in his opening address at the Youth Synod that the delegates should speak, quote, and I'm going to, make sure that you know where the quotes are. Someone told me not to say quote, unquote, but, just for the sake of clarity, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to start over. Pope Francis said in his opening address at the Youth Synod that the delegates should speak, quote, openly and bravely, unquote, although he is known for punishing those who do so. Of course, that's, the person who wrote this, they're renowned for putting their own thoughts in, in the news story instead of keeping them for later, which I've been told to do that, and I try to do that, but I don't always do that. All right, next paragraph. He then said that, open quote, constructive criticism can help, unquote. And, quote, if there is someone I don't like, now this guy's got in the parentheses, the dubia cardinals and vigano, okay, I must listen more intently. He's got to listen. This is what he's saying, He then said, constructive criticism can help. I must listen more intently. Well, he doesn't seem to be listening at all. I mean, what's he talking about here? All right, next paragraph. Francis asked to, quote, welcome and understand others, unquote. To, quote, change our convictions and positions, calling this, quote, a sign of great human and spiritual maturity, unquote. All right, so, what do I make of this? I mean, what do you make of this? Who's he talking to? He's not talking to the people who agree with him. He's talking to the people who disagree with him. So that, again, it's the same old story with him. This comment is aimed at people who, that he wants for us to change our convictions and positions, okay? And, to do so is a great human and spiritual maturity. In other words, we're just spiritually immature and we're just like, complaining children, and that, underneath all this is like, follow me, I got the answers, the Pope has absolutely no, for 5 years we've listened to him wanting to do nothing than throw dirt on the deposit of faith and our whole heritage of Catholicism. This is what Catholicism is, there's the deposit of faith. To think that a Pope can change this. A lot of people think that, Catholicism is whatever the Pope wants to make it to be. Unfortunately, all these people like what he says, and, he's always seeding us to, change and go with the Spirit, and, the Spirit will lead us to truth. All this kind of stuff is amazing. All right, the next paragraph. He repeated his old cliches that the church should not, quote, always, unquote, have a, quote, ready-made answer. So there's a slap in the face of the deposit of faith, and not be, open quote, closed to newness, all right, unquote. So we can't be closed to newness. And to be closed to, okay, we can't be closed to, quote, surprises of God, all right, unquote. Excuse me for laughing. I really don't know what to do anymore with all this, I mean, this is really like wearing me out. This Pope is just relentless, absolutely relentless in trying to slam down our throats. This whole thing. How many times have I heard the surprises of God in the last 5 years? All right, well, good. We're up to the last paragraph of this abomination here. Quote, "We may need to move in unpredictable ways," unquote, he added. So far, Francis's liberal modernist ideology has been very predictable. Well, of course, he's just going to, continue in the same way. I mean, what's going to come? What's going to come in the future? Just more of the same. That's why he's really forcing the hand here. Maybe we haven't heard from Cardinal Sarah for a while, Cardinal Burke for a while. Bishop Schneider just spoke up in, I think it's just a previous post I put about how the Pope just blocked the investigation of a cardinal who is now deceased, how he blocked an investigation into his alleged abuse, sexual abuse. So, I really don't even know what to say anymore, other than I'm just really tired. Well, it's been a really long day, and I've really put up a lot of material today. I just feel terrible for all the people that go, all right, Pope Francis, all right, yeah, let's change things, as if the Pope decides what Catholicism is. I mean, all these people are just following a person, and they really have no idea who Jesus Christ is, and they really need our prayers. So prayer is what's coming up. We're going to pray to St. Michael again. And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.